Disclaimer.
What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? A nasal irrigation kit, either the electronic pump or simply the squeeze bottles. I started using them both leading up to surgery on my sinuses, and I haven't stopped using them since. It takes some getting used to, but the relief and clean feeling is amazing. AeroPress Coffee Maker. The thing broke my wife of her $200 monthly Starbucks habit. The unit costs maybe $25 or so. Houseplants. They will make you happy looking after them. I recently bought a Venus flytrap. She caught her first fly today. So proud. This is so wholesome I could die. I started keeping and growing plants and herbs, and just not killing them feels like such a huge accomplishment. Seeing a new sprout is like a celebration. Now I understand why people have graduations for kindergarten. Rice cooker. That fucker kept me fed during depression when I barely had the energy to get out of bed. Takes less than nothing to get some rice in there and flip the switch. Want something sweet? Throw coconut and sugar in there. Want flavor but can't be fucked to make anything? Get some Spanish rice or saffron going. You can throw tofu in there with it if you need. Yeah, it's not the best for you, but hot food is better than no food. New pair of socks. If you've been wearing the same pairs forever like I usually do, there's nothing like putting on a new pair of freshly bought socks. You can totally feel the difference. I never realized till was an adult, sadly, but I appreciate the feeling of new socks all the time. I bought a $1 back scratcher from an Asian market in town. Best $1 I ever spent. A decent light wake-up alarm clock. Completely changed my mornings. Don't think I could ever go back to using my phone or a simple alarm clock. Would it help wake up non-morning people like myself? Hello, fellow non-morning person. I have one of these. It doesn't help me that much. It might work for you though. If you have trouble getting up or functioning in the morning, and like a nice cup of coffee or tea, an electric kettle with a timer can be a real game changer. Or just getting an electric kettle if you don't have one. A king-sized blanket for a queen-sized bed. I got a king for a double bed. Best decision ever. The double sheets fit the bed, but I couldn't snuggle completely under them without curling up. Now I can hide completely under the duvet stretched out. Best thing ever in the winter. If I pull the covers completely over myself, the boogeyman can't find me. Just make sure your foot doesn't hang over the edge of the bed. I have a king-size bed, and even king-size comforters are kind of small, so my partner and I have two king-size comforters, one each side, so no one has to share. Sharp knives for the kitchen. I put off buying a whetstone for a long time, mostly because I was nervous I would use it wrong and ruin my knives, but it's not too hard at all if you get one with an angle guide. Makes chopping stuff up faster, easier and safer. We bought a whetstone what feels like years ago and it went unused until last week. Everyone in the household is constantly complaining about dull knives, and I always tell them, well, we do have a whetstone, to which they respond, I don't know how to use that. 1 inch. Eventually, the dullness started to actually bother me, so I spent 30 seconds watching a YouTube video and gave it a crack. Then I learned it had been bothering me my whole life and I just didn't know it. Knives are supposed to cut that easily? Holy crap. When I started dating my now wife, I introduced to the concept of sharpening knives, and she had no idea that it was supposed to be easy to cut veggies and fruit. No matter the knife, my wife would always just use pressure to cut things. She was amazed how I was able to cut tomatoes and bread without destroying them. Let the knife do the cutting. Motion sensor night lights. Can't tell you how many stubbed toes or falls they have prevented. Also a cheap intruder alarm. Get a motion-activated toilet bowl light. They're amazing. Don't kill your eyes in the middle of the night when you gotta pee. Relatedly, a dimmer switch for the bathroom. Works in the middle of the night, as well as early mornings, as you can gradually increase the brightness to match your current tolerance for the world. Blackout curtains for your bedroom. Changes your life if you want to sleep all day. I refuse to have them in my room after living like a vampire for a few years. Combine it with a wake-up light alarm clock. Block the sun, then emulate its rise. The future is here, people. This is how I feel when I put foundation all over my face to get rid of the redness, then apply blush on top of that to put redness where I want it. May sound simple, but a good pillow. It is amazing the change in body aches and sleep you see when you have a good pillow that fits you. I thought that I liked memory foam and other fancy pillows, but the real life changer for me was a buckwheat pillow. I have sleep apnea, and it allows me to get my head into the perfect position and keep it there comfortably. Edit. Before you go out and buy one, please research the pros and cons. They aren't for everyone. Consider them if you like a firmer pillow, occasionally wake up with an achy neck from lack of support, and want a pillow that breathes well. Someone in the comments has also pointed out that you will win every pillow fight you get into. Downsides are, if you shift around in your sleep a lot, you'll need to adjust the pillow to fit your new position. Adjusting the pillow and settling in makes a little bit of noise as the buckwheat husks rub against each other, kind of like dry leaves crinkling. Some people are also allergic to buckwheat, but there are other similar fillings such as millet husks. Organic fillings also need to be replaced once in a while, since it breaks down over time. Oh man, did my life change when I got my buckwheat pillow. I tried using the standard pillows but could never find one that was comfy. Memory foam got too hot or would compress to a pancake. Getting used to the noise took like a week or so, but after that, pure bliss. How does one find the perfect pillow? Edit. Time to start my journey into the world of pillow shopping. Thank you everyone for the responses. Sunscreen. No skin cancer for me. For anyone that disagrees with this comment, I've had multiple skin cancer surgeries. It's not the scalpel cutting flesh away from your body that hurts the most during the procedure, it's whatever liquid they inject into you to deaden the nerves around the cancer that hurts. The needles don't hurt, but that shit they inject into you is FING nasty. Wear your sunscreen, kids. I am German-Irish and had a skin graft on my temple, and removal of a lymph node on my chest. My wife convinced me to go. Turns out that I should have been going to the dermatologist the whole time. She saved my life. I would have waited, it would have went from to lymph nodes to my brain and / or my lungs, and that would have been end of story. If my wife did not insist, I would not be here right now. So, I get to experience 2020. So, yeah. In all seriousness, I may not be here. Listen to your wife. The end result is I cannot spend more than an hour a day in the sun. I need to wear long sleeves and long pants and a ton of sunscreen even for a short time in the sun. What is my motivation? I get to piss off all the people that thought I should be dead. Screw you, I am staying alive to spite you. The only downside is my beautiful wife slaps on a ton of sunscreen every time I leave the house. I guess living well is the best revenge. Update note 1, wow, thank you for all the kind messages, and yes, I am doing well. And yes, I do know my wife is awesome. You all are awesome for all the support. Update note 2, to clarify, the surgeries were covered by my insurance with a copay. The reason I say this was less than $100 is the advice from my wife was free and the copay for the dermatologist was $10. If you have a large lawn or a property that requires a lot of yard work, get some 3M work tunes. About $50 and their combination hearing protection and Bluetooth headphones so you can actually hear your music without destroying your eardrums. They're a good gift too for anyone you know with a lawn or would shop or something. At my old house it was a 4 to 5 hour ordeal to mow and trim the property. I'd likely have went fully insane without those. Great idea. Useful on a plane too. With minor hearing loss from too many concerts in my 20s, I have to turn the volume to nearly max on a plane, so I usually just put in earplugs and can't watch or listen to anything, but this would help. Although more expensive, decent active noise cancelling headphones change your life if you have to fly a lot. It doesn't matter if you sit at the wing or not, the amount of noise that gets blocked out is incredible. It drops the background noise by more than half easily. Step 1, throw away all your socks. Step 2, buy 3 to 5 packages of the same sock. Step 3, enjoy a life without ever having to match socks again. I used to only have these specific Adidas ankle socks, but they stopped selling them, changed them. It was a very sad day. You can also watch other videos by going to the channel. I will be pleased if you like them.